Welcome to another useful video. Today we're going to review the world's largest smartwatch, the Lemfo Lem T, so stay tuned for a full review of this amazing watch. To begin, we're going to cover the specifications of the smartwatch, and the biggest draw is going to be that huge 2.86-inch display. It's got a resolution of 640 by 480, and it truly makes browsing the web and looking at pictures and video a joy. Another amazing feature is the 2,700 milliamp hour battery that should last for at least a couple of days. There's also a 5 megapixel front-facing camera for video calls, a 4G LTE connection via a Nano SIM card, IP67 water resistance, custom smartwatch faces that allow you to customize your watch, a built-in heart rate monitor, and two different versions. A 1 gig of RAM, 16 gigabyte version, and a 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigabyte version. Stylistically, this watch isn't a huge departure from other smartwatches. It does weigh 154 grams, or about 5.4 ounces, so it's definitely on the heavier side, but it's not overly heavy, and it's something that you get used to. The straps are also very thick rubber straps that look like they're very high quality and should last a while. Overall, the watch does have a very good feeling of solidity, and it's definitely a watch where you can be like, I can wear this a year or two, and I don't think anything's going to happen to it. On the right side of the smartwatch, you'll have the microphone opening, the back button, and the power button. The left side of the watch really won't have anything on there. On the face of the watch, you'll have the 5 megapixel camera, and then on the back, you'll have the heart rate sensor, the charging port pins, the SIM cover, and the speaker port opening. So overall, the watch has a pretty great design. It feels good when you're wearing it, and it's a pretty great piece of kit. If you're familiar with the menu system on other Android smartwatches, then the menu on the Lemfo Lem T will be very familiar to you. It runs the same Android 7.1.1 version that you'll see on a lot of these Android smartwatches. The menu system is very clear, easy to use, and functional. However, I wish the icons had a more modern look to them. Other than that though, there's not many complaints. With the MTK6739 processor, 3 gigs of RAM, and 32 gigabytes of storage, I feel confident using the smartwatch. The physical buttons are also very well laid out. They have a good tactile feel to them, and they're both on the right side, so their use is very simple. The camera is also at a good location for taking and making video calls, and overall, the hardware and the software is pretty great on the smartwatch. I do believe that if you get the smartwatch, it'll basically do everything that you need it to do, and do those things pretty well. In terms of smartwatch faces, there's a lot of options available. The watch comes preloaded with some really cool looking smartwatch faces, but you can also download other ones. They won't necessarily be for a square watch smart face, but they work just as good, and they do give you a little bit of variety for the different options available. You can also download a different launcher. In terms of battery life, this smartwatch is a definite winner. With a 2700 milliamp hour battery, I was able to use this watch for over 2 days without having to charge it, and that's with my normal use. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a super duper power user, but I was using this watch exactly like I would use a regular smartphone, and it lasted with enough time to not make me feel worried or make me feel rushed to get it on charge all the time. So I can say that the battery life is definitely very good. Coming up, you'll see some pictures and a video that I took using the Lemfo Lem T. And surprisingly, the pictures do turn out pretty decent. They're not going to be like an iPhone quality picture, but they're going to be usable and something that you can definitely take with you to take pictures of everyday life or things that you come across that you want to share with other people. Again, the pictures are lacking in dynamic range, color reproduction, sharpness, and overall focus, but in a pinch, these pictures will do what you need them to do. And coming up shortly, you'll also notice that there's a video sample with an audio recording. and that'll give you a better sense of how the Lemfo Lem T does when taking video.
Hello, this is a video recording of the Lemfo Lem T smartwatch. This smartwatch has the world's largest display at over 2.8 inches square or rectangle shape. This is a brand new smartwatch, and I do have the 3 gig 32 gigabyte version here for test. We're testing out the video quality, the video playback, the audio fidelity, and the overall quality of the video and sound as perceived through a video application. This is a brand new smartwatch, and this is the first test of the Lemfo Lem T.
In terms of sound quality, I'll play a YouTube video for you guys to get a sense of how the speaker sounds. Take a listen. Here's a sound recording as well, using the built-in sound recorder.
This is an audio recording of the Lemfo Lem T. This recording will measure the audio fidelity, the quality of the microphone, as well as the quality of the playback speaker. Again, this is the test of the Lemfo Lem T. This is an audio recording of the Lemfo Lem T. This recording will measure the audio fidelity, the quality of the microphone, as well as the quality of the playback speaker. Again, this is the test of the Lemfo Lem T.
So while the sound does get adequately loud, unfortunately the quality of the speaker isn't that great. But what about Bluetooth headphones? You can also connect more than one Bluetooth device at one time. Here you can see that I have my keyboard and my headphones connected to the smartwatch simultaneously. And when you do have a keyboard connected, it really helps you use the smartwatch like a computer monitor or a regular computer. Typing is a lot easier, so you can get a lot more things done, and it really helps you maximize the usability of the smartwatch. So overall, it's really easy to pair Bluetooth devices, and when you have Bluetooth headphones and keyboards set up with the smartwatch, it really aids in the usability and enjoyment of this smartwatch. In terms of the 4G LTE connection, I can tell you that outside I always have 4 bars, and inside the house I have about 3 bars. And here's a call sample for you to listen to.
Thank you for calling Simple Mobile. Para español, marca dos. This call may be recorded for quality assurance. To re-up your service, say 1.
1.
To add a lot. To pay using a credit or debit card, say 1.
1.
Okay, let's pay your account.
I did a test of the Wi-Fi and 4G LTE connection using fast.com, and with the Wi-Fi connection I got around 65 Mbps, and with the 4G LTE connection I got around 700 kbps, which are both acceptable numbers. With a resolution of 640 by 480, this screen is actually pretty nice. Color reproduction looks pretty good to my eyes, and pictures look great, as well as videos. Also, because there's so much real estate, it just is a joy to look at and use whenever you use the Play Store, play a game, look at videos, etc. The reason for this is that you're getting the full experience. This isn't a watered down experience because you have a small screen or low resolution. With all this information, you might be wondering what my final verdict is. Is it a good product? Do I recommend it? And would I buy it? Well, the short answer to that is yes, I would buy this. And the reason for that is that it gives you a complete experience with a good sized battery, and if you get the 3 gig 32 gigabyte version, enough memory and RAM to do everything that you want to do. It truly becomes a smartphone replacement. And ultimately, if that's your goal, to not carry a smartphone around you and just use this watch to do everything, you're winning. And stay tuned, because my next video will show you this crazy launcher that I found. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and it was a pleasure making this video.